YouTube, what's good with y'all boys, man? It's your boy KingSuperior. We back with another video. Now in this video, I'm finna show y'all boys all the left-right spam in 2K22. Now this video was requested about 2 weeks ago. And there's a lot of left-right spam in 2K22. So in this video, I'm just gonna be putting them all into one video and showing y'all boys how to do all of them and some SIGs that work better with the specific move. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna be showing y'all boys all that. Before we get into everything though, make sure y'all boys scroll down real quick, hit that like button. It only takes like 2-3 seconds, you know what I'm saying? So scroll down real quick, hit that like button. Let's dive right into the tutorial, man. Alright y'all, so this first left-right I'm gonna show y'all boys, there's two signature styles that I like to do it with. I'm gonna show you the first one, and I'm gonna show you both first, and then I'm gonna show you what it looks like on the court. All right, so the first one for this move, you're gonna want the signature size of D-Rose, and then you're gonna want the size of Escape Trae Young. Okay, now for the second one, you're gonna want to keep the size up Escape Trae Young, but you're gonna want to put it on the signature size up Steve Francis. Okay, but we're gonna start off with the D-Rose. I'm gonna show you what the D-Rose looks like, and I'm gonna tell you how to do it, and then I'm gonna show you what a Steve Francis looks like. Okay, now the way to do these two moves is the exact same, so I'm only gonna show how to do it on the D-Rose, but I'm also gonna show you what it looks like on the Steve Francis. Okay, same exact way, just different SIGs. All right, so I'm gonna show y'all how to do it on the D-Rose and what it looks like, then I'm gonna switch over and show you what the Steve Francis looks like. Okay. No, it's not the same as it was. As it was, you know it's not the same. All right, here we go. All right, so this is what the D-Rose looks like. Now this move right here, you could mess it up if you kind of rush it too much. Which way do I? All right, so that's what the D-Rose left right looks like. Okay. Now how to do the D-Rose left right? What you're gonna want to do is, let's say the ball is in your right hands. What you're gonna do is you're gonna flick your right stick diagonally upwards to the left without holding the right trigger. As soon as the ball goes over into your left hands, you're gonna now hold the right trigger, and then you're gonna flick your right stick diagonally upwards to the right. Okay. Once the ball comes over to your right hand, you're gonna flick the right stick diagonally upwards to the left again without holding the right trigger. As soon as the ball comes over to your left hands, you're then gonna hold the right trigger and then flick your right stick diagonally upwards to the right, and then continuously spam it up. If the ball is in your left hands, it's the same thing. You're gonna flick your right stick diagonally upwards to the left, diagonally upwards to the right without holding the right trigger. Once the ball goes over into your right hands, you're then gonna hold the right trigger, and then you're gonna flick the right stick diagonally upwards to the left. Okay. Once the ball comes over to your left hands, flick it diagonally upwards to the right again without turbo. Then you're gonna hold turbo and then flick it diagonally back over to the left, and just continuously spam it up. Now it's the same exact way to do it with the Steve Francis, but let me show you what the Steve Francis looks like with doing this exact same move. Okay. Now the Steve Francis is actually easier to do than the D-Rose, because you have to have a specific kind of timing for the D-Rose. It's not really hard, but it's a little bit harder than the Steve Francis. Otherwise, you're not gonna get to do it right with the D-Rose sometimes if you rush it too much. But let me show you what the Steve Francis looks like. Okay. I actually love the Steve Francis personal workout. Now for the Steve Francis, when you do it, you kind of stay in the same spot, whereas with the D-Rose, you kind of drift over to the left or to the right, whichever side you're going to. With the Steve, what is that sound? With the Steve Francis, you kind of stay in the same spot. All right, here we go. All right, here we go. So this is the Steve Francis right here. All right, that's the Steve Francis. That's the Steve Francis left right. Same exact way to do it. But yeah, that's the first left right you could do. And those are the two different SIGs you could do it with. All right. Now the second left right I'm gonna show you. This one you could really do with any SIGs, with any SIG, to be honest. Any signature size up. It's gonna look almost the exact same. It might look slightly different with different signature size up, but for the most part, it's gonna look very similar. Okay. So you can use whatever signature size up you want for this one. All right. So for this one, what you're gonna do is, instead of flicking your right stick diagonally upwards to the left, if the ball is in the right hands, you're gonna flick your right stick directly to the left, and once it comes over to your left hands, you're gonna hold the right trigger and then flick your right stick diagonally upwards to the right. Okay, so it looks like this. Let me do it real quick to show you what it looks like. Just like that. Right. So once the ball comes back over to your right hand, You're gonna flick your right stick directly to the left again. Once it comes over to your left hand, you're gonna hold the right trigger, turbo, RT, R2, whatever you wanna call it, and then flick your right stick diagonally upwards to the right. Once it comes back over to the right hand, flick your right stick directly to the left, then hold the right trigger, flick it diagonally upwards to the right, and then continuously spam it up. If the ball is in your left hand, it's the same exact thing. You're gonna flick your right stick directly to the right. Once the ball comes over to your right hand, you're gonna hold the right trigger, flick your right stick diagonally upwards to the left, and spam it up, bro. Pretty simple. That's how you do that left right. You don't really need any specific sticks, really. You could just put on whatever you want. All right, so for this third left right, I'm gonna show you this one right here. You could do it with anyone, with any signature size up, really, but it's not as fast and it's not as effective as the D rolls. So for this move right here, you're gonna want to put the D rolls back on, right? Now, like I said, you could do it with any signature size up. Some of them is gonna be extremely hard to do. Some of them are gonna be slow. Some of them are gonna be ugly. Some of them are gonna be not effective. That's really basically all of them, to be honest, except the D rolls. Okay, so for this move right here, you want to have the D rolls on. Okay, so we're gonna start up the personal workout, and I'm gonna show you what the move looks like, and then I'm gonna tell you how to do it. Okay, so this move right here is very similar to a momentum spam, but it's not the momentum spam. I'm gonna show you. It's kind of like a fake momentum spam, low-key better than the momentum spam, to be honest. If you have trouble spamming the momentum spam, you might actually be able to do this a lot easier. Okay, so the move looks like this. Hold on, this is what it looks like. Bro, my mic cord is so delayed. I don't understand why my mic cord is just as delayed as my part. Actually, I do understand. That's what it looks like right there. Okay, because the mic cord is technically the service as well. You can't get into the mic cord unless you're connected to the internet, so that's why the mic cord is delayed as Spark. But yeah, that's the move right there. All right, that's that move right there. So how to do that move is, let's say the ball is in your left hands. What you're gonna do is you're gonna flick your right stick directly to the right, and doing this move, you're gonna make sure you're not holding the right trigger the entire time. Do not touch the right trigger. Don't put your hands on it. Don't tap it. Don't hold it. Nothing. Just don't touch the right trigger throughout the entirety of this move. Okay, so if the ball is in your left hand, you're gonna flick your right stick directly to the right. As soon as the ball comes over to your right hand, you're gonna push your left stick diagonally upwards to the left. Okay, once he's gonna do the momentum, the fake momentum. Once the ball comes back over to your left hand, you're gonna flick your right stick directly to the right again, and then you're gonna push your left stick diagonally upwards to the left. Okay, now pay attention to what I'm saying. You're gonna flick the right stick and then push the left stick. Okay, you're not gonna flick the left stick, you're gonna push it. Okay, so you're gonna flick your right stick to the right and then push your left stick diagonally upwards to the left. Okay, and just spam it out over and over. The controls will be on screen, so you have nothing to worry about. Okay, now if the ball is in your right hands, it's the same thing, just vice versa. You're gonna flick your right stick directly to the left. As soon as you put the ball over to your left hands, you're gonna push your left stick diagonally upwards to the right, and you're gonna hold it. And then you're gonna get the cross. Once you do the cross, you're gonna flick your right stick directly to the left again. Then you're gonna push your left stick diagonally upwards to the right, and then just continuously spam that up. Okay, it's a pretty, what the hell, hold on, there we go. Pretty simple move, just gotta spam it, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so that's how you do. All right, so for the next left right spam, I'm gonna show y'all. Me personally, I struggle to do this, but I'm gonna show y'all how to do it regardless. I know how to do it, I just struggle to do it personally. Okay, so the move, this is what it's gonna look like, kinda. Let me see if I can get it just like that, but you can do it a lot faster. Okay, the only reason I can't personally do it fast, like I said, because I struggle to do it. Oh, there you go. Right, so you're gonna be spamming, bro, calm down, bro. Just like that. That's what you're gonna be doing, but you're gonna be spamming it really fast. All right. All right, so how to do this move? Basically, what you're gonna be doing is you're gonna be doing a momentum into a crab combo. Okay, so you're gonna flick your right stick straight up if the ball is in your right hands. You're gonna flick your right stick straight up. Then you're gonna push your left stick diagonally upwards to the left. You're gonna get a momentum cross. As soon as you do the momentum cross, you're gonna hold the right trigger and then flick your right stick diagonally upwards to the right. So boom, boom, just like that. Boom. Hold on. Boom. Boom, right? As soon as you do the momentum, you're gonna hold right trigger, flick your right stick diagonally upwards to the right. So I'm gonna repeat that one more time. The ball is in your right hands. You're gonna flick the right stick straight upwards. Then you're gonna push your left stick diagonally upwards to the left to get the momentum cross. Once you get the momentum cross, you're gonna hold the right trigger, and then you're gonna flick your right stick diagonally upwards to the right. Now, if the ball is in your left hands this time, what you're gonna do is you're gonna flick your right stick straight upwards. You're gonna push your left stick diagonally upwards to the right. As As soon as you get the momentum cross, you're gonna hold the right trigger and then flick your right stick diagonally upwards to the left, okay? And just continuously spam that up. That is a momentum crab combo, right? You can just spam it all the way up the court. A lot of comp players like to do that. My friend does that move all the time, right? But that's how you do that move. Alright, so another left right spam you could do. I don't really see a lot of people use this. I don't really use this as much either, but since I'm making a video on all the left right spam, I'm gonna show y'all boys this, okay? So this spam looks like this. Hold on. So the spam looks like this. Right, hold on. Looks like that. Okay, so how to do that spam really is if the ball is in your right hands, you're going to be holding RT the entire time, turbo the entire time. You're going to flick your right stick diagonally upwards to the left. And then you're going to flick it directly to the left after you're done doing that. Then once you're done doing that, you're going to flick your right stick diagonally upwards to the right. And then directly to the right. And then just spam it up. Pretty simple. So basically, you're going to be flicking the right stick diagonally away from the ball hand upwards. And then directly in the same direction, okay? Pretty simple. I'll have the spam on screen so you know exactly what I'm talking about. Pretty simple, okay? All right, so the next left right I'm gonna show y'all boys is the one that's been first introduced years and years ago. It's the momentum cross. Okay, now there's two different ways to do the momentum cross, and I'm gonna show you both ways to do it. Okay, so the first method to do the momentum cross is you're gonna hold the right trigger, and you're gonna be holding the right trigger the entire time. You're never going to release the right trigger. Okay, so I'm gonna start with the ball is in my left hands. It doesn't matter what hands you start with, but you're just gonna be spamming. So the ball is in my left hands. What you're gonna do is you're gonna flick your right stick diagonally upwards to the left, and then you're gonna push your left stick diagonally upwards to the left. Boom, you're gonna get a momentum. Okay, once the ball comes over to your right hand, you're gonna flick your right stick diagonally upwards to the right. To the left, then you're gonna push your left stick diagonally upwards to the left. Once it comes back over to your left hand, you're gonna flick your right stick diagonally upwards to the right, push your left stick diagonally upwards to the right, and just continuously spam it out. So it's gonna look like this. Boom. Right, you know what I'm saying? Right, that's how you spam the momentum. Pretty simple, right? So the next way to spam the momentum cross is the upwards method. So if the ball is in your right hand, I'm gonna start the right hand this time. You're gonna flick your right stick straight upwards, then you're gonna flick your left stick, then you're gonna push your left stick diagonally upwards to the left. Once he does the momentum left, you're gonna push your right stick directly upwards to the right again. Then you're gonna push your left stick diagonally upwards to the right. Once you momentum to the right, you're gonna push your right stick straight upwards, and then push your left stick diagonally upwards to the left, and then continuously spam that up, right? So that's how you do the momentum cross, both methods, okay? So alright, so the last and final left right spam is gonna be the between the legs spam. Okay, now it's pretty simple. Actually, let me not say that because some people find it very difficult, okay? So how to do this spam? This is the spam right here. How to do it is, let's say the ball is in your right hands, you're gonna hold RT, R2, whatever console you're on. Then you're gonna flick your right stick directly to the right, to the left. Then you're gonna push your left stick diagonally upwards to the left. Okay. Then once the ball goes over to your left hands, you're gonna flick your right stick directly to the right, and then push your left stick diagonally upwards to the right. Once the ball comes back to your right hands, you're gonna flick your right stick directly to the left, and then push your left stick diagonally upwards to the left. Comes back to your left hands, you're gonna flick your right stick directly to the right, and then push your left stick diagonally upwards to the left, and continuously spam it up. Pretty simple. That's how you do the between leg spam, and that's basically how you do all the left right spams on 2K. That is of my knowledge. Okay, hopefully this video did help y'all boys out. If it did, be sure to smack that like button. It's probably gonna be my last one, man, so make sure y'all boys like the video, man, and I'll catch y'all boys sometime. Peace.